All right, so we're back to Karma first pick here. The Kindred's still going to be banned. Lots of AD carry bans against Jackie Love. Still Callista's left up. Wow, MF as a lane bully. As a lane bully into Callista Renata. That is intriguing. I kind of am into it. Like, the Renata is not going to be strong in the laning phase, so maybe we can just get some hard lane bullying right now. Why? It's interesting they ban Poppy. It's also interesting that they take the Xin Zhao. I guess that's just because this is Milky Way. Like, you could easily take the Poppy yourself here and have incredible value into Callista. Maokai left up inexplicably very deep in the draft. So Maokai MF seems very strong in lane. You gave up on episode 4 of the live action Avatar? Dude, 4 is the worst episode by a long shot. That episode sucks. But actually 5, 6, 7, and 8 are quite good. I think the live action Avatar series it's way better in the second half than in the first, is my opinion. All right, back on the Akali. I mean, TF isn't banned here. You absolutely could just take TF here again, by the way. Play Karma top or TF top. What? All right, I did not see this coming. All right, I haven't seen a Fiora like this year, guys. I don't think. I don't think I've seen a Fiora this year. I'm trying to think. Damn, that is surprising. I'm actually really shocked we didn't try and play TF. Like, I'm surprised we didn't do TF mid, Karma top. Right? Like, that seems really strong because you have a lot of damage with a pick composition with the TF, and seems like you would get pretty favorable matchups in that case. The problem with top's composition is they're like 5 melee. They're really low range, and their only form of primary engage is Vi. So you can absolutely get mega kited by FPX. Especially with disengage from like Xin Zhao ult or Karma speed or MF ult. You can't walk into it, so if they engage, you just MF ult to discourage them, or Maokai ult, right? Also, for those of you watching on YouTube, I have enabled memberships if you would like to support me that way. Apparently, if you are on YouTube Premium, you get like free months or something. I guess it's kind of like Twitch Prime. I don't know how it works, but... And if you have Prime subs, always appreciate those. Which platform membership would be more profitable? They're the same. I have 70-30 splits on both. Because I'm on an ancient Twitch contract, guys. I'm on like a I'm on like a 2014 partnership. I've been like a partner for like 10 years or something like that. So I'm on the old good contract. Neptune Dweller, thank you for your Twitch Prime sub. This has been a Sedge angle with melee top and mid. Yes, it definitely could have been a Sejuani angle. Still would have given you a form of primary engage. I don't know if it really solves a lot of the problems with you being highly kiteable. Thank you, Joe Nola, for your Twitch Prime sub. Thank you, Nundan, for your brand new shiny Tier 1 sub. Thank you. How is your Twitch contract never updated? Because it just kind of resets in perpetuity. A lot of people who are on the old contract, like the original contracts, are still on those. Is this Korea? No, this is LPL. It's China. Hello from Japan. Thank you. SRUS show. SRUS show. I was in Okinawa not too long ago. It was great. Someday I will get to go skiing in Hokkaido and I will be happy. All right, so harassment going in favor. I mean, this is a matchup we'll be taking a look at. Obviously, I mean, Maokai not going to be too useful at level 1. New Zealand has great skiing. I mean, Hokkaido might be the best skiing in the world, so... Skiing is dog shit in Korea. You can ski, but it's all like fake snow. You know, I've skied at Pyeongchang where the Olympics took place, and it was bad. It's better than nothing, but it's like East Coast U.S. skiing. It's bad. Betraying Colorado. I mean, I've just heard amazing things about Hokkaido, and I know people have skied all over the world, and they say Japan skiing is some of the best, if not the best. Why would it be better than the Alps? The dryness and the amount of powder is supposedly crazy in Hokkaido. It's like the consistency of the powder, apparently. All right, so we're trying to get some advantage topside. We got full clears from both junglers, so nothing too much exciting yet. Not sure what this MF is supposed to do, because it's just hard losing lane and jungle path top.
上路69是因为上一波回家前把这个兵线前推了一下，那小老虎被卡掉了半条的血线哦，也在吃药瓶了。Q2 骗 W， 后撤步没有被星眼刀晕住。我也可以去吃潮虫了，对，这波是可以吃的，毕竟上路有一个兵线的优势，但是赵信也想来，
不是很想放，毕竟中路卡玛有先权的。
列娜塔在赶，大叔跟女枪也都在赶。第一条潮虫小天是可以交惩吃掉的，惩戒现在转好了，看到赵信直接交惩，但是被赵信挂到了，反身 Q 一下触发护盾 ，MQV 这边三重爪击差一点，3669来了 ，MQV 这边好想追，恶火狩猎 ，MQV 闪现出了恶火狩猎，直接选择跟剑姬汇合，那36这边也要被打技能了，369直接选择交 E 上去，再交一个闪现，但是侧面小天已经没技能了，大树捆住了小奶油，小奶油这边要被女枪击杀了，女枪拿到一个一血，剑魔回来，虽然有列娜塔的帮助，直接选。
Let's take a look at this. All right, so we start with a grub fight here right after spawn at 5 minutes. Quick smite from Tien. Takes a bunch of damage from Milky Way. 369 faster on the rotation. So Milky Way actually flashes to the other side of him. Go after 369. He gets low, goes in. A little bit of weird. I wonder why Milky Way flashed that. Hold up. Oh, he flashes chains. That's why. Flashes Aatrox chains. Bailout not gonna proc. Double kill for Care. I love how they just move everybody into the top side for this play. Like, they moved their bot lane up at 5 minutes after they were getting bopped in bot side and get a double kill onto Misfortune. Will you and Doa review the new Halo series? I don't know, man. I'm kind of tired of reviewing garbage. Like, we had Blue Eye Samurai. We had Blue Eye Samurai recently. We had Scavenger's Reign. We had the new Avatar live action. We're doing Constellation next week, which I've heard is extremely good. We're talking about doing Ninja Kamui after that. So it feels like we have a lot of good stuff to talk about. So I'm kind of loath to do the bad stuff. I did have to watch Rebel Moon, though, which was fucking terrible. What's the prisoner? All right, so 2 grubs go over to FPX as a result of that play. They do sacrifice quite a bit of CS and plates in the bot side, though. So I'm not really understanding this MF spec. Do you guys know anything about this matchup? Because I'm not familiar with MF's current power level. I would have assumed that they take it thinking that it's going to be a lane bully into the Renata Callista lane, but it just does nothing. What platform do you review TV/movies on? It is... Sorry, you got timed out. I'm not sure why I did that. It's right here on the Culture channel. So subscribe to the Elephant Culture channel. Last Free Nation Culture. I'll post it in YouTube chat, too.
Q 拉开了，主要没有 E 了。这一波369也是有点急。而且下路只要到6级，感觉 Milky Way 是可以找机会去动的。
Yeah. Maokai is very weak in lane. Yeah, it's a little weird. Old show from the 60s? Oh, okay. Well, we're not doing old shows right now, so... Will your Twitch monetization disappear now that you're in Korea? No. This is the last day, I think, of Twitch in Korea, though. No, I have VPN, so I'm fine. You can still watch Twitch in Korea with VPN or stream. Like, it's not going to affect the LCK stream or anything like that. They just don't want to pay for... I'll talk about it in a second. All right, so Mako's and River. This is basically the same thing that we've seen them do this series, which is like set up a lot of these plays with long-range Maokai ults for picks, but there's a Kalista ult, so kind of hard to do anything with that. I guess you trade ults, but the Maokai ult more valuable in terms of actually securing this Drake. So basically what happened, guys, is that the ISPs in Korea, there's no net neutrality. So they started trying to shake down, Netflix and Twitch and other streaming companies for fees, additional fees, because they use a lot of bandwidth. And apparently the math at Twitch said that it just wasn't worth it for them to be in Korea anymore if they have to pay all these bullshit fees. So they're pulling out of the country. But it only matters if you have Korean viewership, because it's only the Korean, it's only when they use bandwidth on the Korean ISPs that they get charged fees. So because my audience is not Korean, it doesn't matter. And Koreans will still be able to watch with VPN, and anybody can stream with VPN. That's not really a big deal. They just don't want to get the shakedown from the Korean ISPs. So that's why it's happening. But, I don't think they can pay out to Korean bank accounts. But since my Twitch contract is American and it gets paid into an American bank account and my audience is not Korean, it doesn't matter for me. It does suck terribly for the Korean streamers who built up their brands with a Korean audience on Twitch, because now they have to go build up their subscriber base and their viewer base on a different platform now. So, for Korean streamers, it's fucking terrible. For Monty, it doesn't matter. So the site twitch.tv is banned in Korea. You can't view it without VPN. I do not know. It hasn't happened yet. It will this is the last day. I can tell you literally tomorrow. There's no local alternative that they're trying to protect. There is. So coincidentally, Naver just announced, which is like Korean Google, they announced their new streaming platform, and Africa also exists, right, as a Korean streaming platform, which is, Africa and Naver where most people are going to go. Does it affect the Chinese streaming platforms? I don't know. I don't know anything about the Chinese streaming platforms. All right, so this is a very late first Drake for a Kalista team. So in spite of the fact that they didn't get a kill earlier, the aggression in the bot side and use of the Maokai ult has actually prevented them from stacking Drakes, which is pretty nice. Grubs are up as well, so FPX has an opportunity potentially to get 5 grubs, which with a split pushing Fiora could be quite good. Oh, shit. Man, 369 is still so good. So he gets stunned by Counter-Strike. Fighting in the minion wave. Jalahu doesn't have ult up, though. Why is he fighting that? It's actually super weird that he decides to make this trade. All right, he could actually just walk away during the stun, but instead he dashes forward. Doesn't have ult. And Aatrox has ult. Like, what? Okay. What? All right, then, Jalou. All right. Did Aatrox need a flash there? I think he was trying to do a flash predict because Zhao Laohu had flash as well. Like, this is where he just wastes ult, by the way. Like, we just come up here and we just see it. We see him just, like, turn around and, like, use ults. And 369, all he has to do is just stand next to the wall. There's no real threat. Like, why is he using ult? So it's good patience by 369, but then now... So my best guess is he was trying to predict a flash, maybe? He was creep blocked after ult. Oh, after Fiora ult earlier. I still don't think he... I mean, he wasn't going to get that kill. He wasn't going to proc all the vitals. Milky Way surprisingly just not really super aggressive in this game after the initial play. Well, I guess we're going to see something here. Life has ult. Here we go. Nice kill. You're right. Good call, Turner. You're right. That's what he was doing. It's because the vital, so she procs the vital here, and the vital appears on the other side. So he's protecting the vital point so that when he actually goes, when he has his Q in, he actually lands it on the flash. Great job, Turner. That's exactly what he's doing. Good eye. It's a lot clearer when you see it in slow motion like that. I really wish you guys did something like parodies. We were actually talking about potentially doing satire for Starship Troopers. We might do satire as our next arc. We've been talking about doing Starship Troopers for a while before it like blew up as the conversation topic on the internet anyway, because I actually really think that movie's hilarious. Was this game played yesterday? Yes. My ex thought Starship Troopers wasn't a satire. Dude, nobody, I can tell you, when Starship Troopers was released, nobody thought it was a satire. It got terrible reviews. People did not, like, the critics did not understand that movie. It was crazy. Like, I don't know how you watch that movie and don't just laugh your ass off at what, I mean, Paul Verhoeven, It's even weirder because Paul Verhoeven is known for doing satires. Like, what do you think RoboCop is? I do not understand how that movie could have been so misunderstood when it came out.
这撞不掉，大半血，这一下也撞不掉，就看武魂融合了。FunPlus 这边还没配合过，对吧？不是大树大先放了，就是女枪大用来守塔了。到一会儿龙团看看这个武魂融合技什么时候出手。而对于滔博来讲，这个阵容还是得先拉掉大树第一波。就如果你第一波被他这个女枪加大树直接造成减员的话，那后续就没那么好打了。
龙刷了，
把先锋放了呗。这波线清完，感觉可以把先锋放了。又绕过来了，这一次小老虎离他好远 ，Q 过来，等你心眼刀，甚至都不想交锁，就想用伤害硬杀，等你闪完再一发 Q 直接锁上去，位的伤害应该是够了。最后一发平 A 拿到这个人头，甚至是小老虎亏损最大化。
By the way, I'm looking at the Rotten Tomatoes reviews right now, guys. And like so many of these reviews that give it positive reviews are from like 2020, 2019. Like, show me the fucking reviews from 97. Like, yeah, here's a bunch of them from the like basically 97. It got terribly reviewed in 97. Roger Ebert gave it a 2 out of 4 stars because he doesn't understand fucking satire. Roger Ebert says, the action sequences are heavily laden with special effects, but curiously joyless. That's the quote on Rotten Tomatoes. Fucking wild, man. Like, it has a 72% on Rotten Tomatoes, but that's because all of the reviews later, all of the reviews that give it positive reviews, like, look at this. I'll show you. Look at this. 2023. Fresh. 2022, fresh. 2021, 2020, 2019, fresh. This dumbass. To be fair, he says 20 years on, it has more ambition than it was given credit for. So even he acknowledges that. Then 2005, this came out 6 years after the movie. Now, Rotten Tomatoes doesn't go back to before 2000. So anything that says January 1st, 2000 is probably from 1997. And then it's got a bunch of negative reviews, right? So, yeah.
没有碰到小天，那1换1，后续看还有没有交战的可能。
这波杰克是没来的，选择在中路推波线，而且可以拆一波中一塔也很爽啊。
这个地形 FunPlus 是想打龙，但他们如果
I don't know. You know, I also think on Foreplay we'll eventually do an arc of like movies with like, you know, under 50%, like rotten movies that are actually good on Rotten Tomatoes. Do you know Hook is rotten? Like, I understand that Hook is not Spielberg's best film by a long shot, but Hook has aged amazingly well. Hook is fucking fire today, guys. What a great movie. Uh-oh, Cream's popping off. Look, Fiora's here and Fiora's helping.
兵线进塔还是先清理中路兵线，然后 Milky Way 一个人在这边打龙。
Like, you could not like Hook, but can we just admit that Hook is not like a terrible movie? Hook has a 29% on Rotten Tomatoes. Hook does not deserve a 29%. All right. So 4 members here coming in because Aatrox is dead, right? Aatrox no TP. It's actually kind of surprising that top decides to go in on this one. But again, I mean, look how much Milky Way's ult does a lot of hard carrying there. So there's the Renata ult coming through. Doktom just gets one shot after getting CC'd from the Renata ult, basically. Flash into Q from Akali. So he does get a pretty important shutdown right there, and he does actually scare them off the Drake. Like, Hook isn't great, but Hook is, like, pretty good. Also, I love the concept of Hook. Like, older Peter Pan, like, reclaiming his powers. Like, the concept is so good. Also, Robin Williams is fucking amazing in that movie. And Rufio rules. Yeah, Renata did very well in that fight. Catching out the MF at the end, too. Big bonus. Allowed Cream to, or helped Cream get the shutdown. Oh yeah, Dustin Hoffman's great as Hook in that movie. Kalista ult canceled Renata's ult animation? Is that a thing? I don't know. Actually, I do not know. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, it does look like it does that. That's crazy. I don't know if I've seen that before. But if you look at how this works, he basically... See when his animation starts. All right, so he flashes out of the MF ult. And he starts the Renata animation, and he gets pulled in immediately. I guess it does cancel it. Yeah, Mako lives from bailout too, from MF dying. He started the animation before the flash. Yeah, that may have been the case too. I haven't seen an animation cancel on an ult like that from Kalista ult before. Stop rewinding. I don't think this is the stream for you, my friend. There's a lot of rewinding and figuring out what actually happened.
FunPlus 来说，最大的隐患是这个剑姬不肥，而且甚至不只是不肥，他很瘦弱，
太瘦弱了，他单对单有点带不了这个剑魔了，还是上路的波被单杀了，有点 太不把剑魔放在眼里了，那波被单杀之后就不对了。
就中期这个比较瘦弱的剑姬，一旦在边线。
What are these graphics? It's just the way the LPL is. The colors are super fucked up.
Q2，你敢往我脸上钻，开大面 ，Q3也中，小老虎过来，劳伦特现刀捏着，这一下还在骗，还在等，再 Q 拉开一下，劳伦特现刀挡，但是挡完也等于控自己1秒啊。这个我天霸横空烈轰举到你是一个控制，我举不到你挡了，你劳伦特现刀0.75秒也是控在原地，对。
One really wonders what the purpose of this Fiora is supposed to be.
这一下还在骗，还在等，再 Q 拉开一下，劳伦特现刀挡，但是挡完也等于控自己1秒啊。这个我天霸横空烈轰举到你是一个控制，我举不到你挡了，你
How highly do I rate Dukdom? Like, not at all. He's like, okay, I guess.
剑姬只要前面没有办法跟剑魔1v1的能力的话，只要把线带出去，太容易被抓了。
就是那个版本，你记不记得鳄鱼红怒咬晕1秒啊？然后那个对面有点任性，你咬的那个动作还没做完，对面已经晕解了。然后你那个鳄鱼开大开红怒咬一下，控的时间比咬对面还长，感觉
相当于控自己。
对啊。走出来，
俩兄弟真来配合一波吧？
我还没见过他俩配合。
对呀
，20分钟了，这个武魂融合技还放不出来。
Yeah, I think the proper play here is just to take TF like you did before and flex Karma to top lane, but whatever. Just have useless Fiora instead.
两边都有关键的 AOE 控制技能。而且这把列娜塔还是有卡莉斯塔保护的，所以更可以大胆放心的往前走。
小龙又快刷了，等小龙吧。还是看团战，说白了，经济也没有特别大的差距，无非就是左边这个剑魔要更肥，但是右边有武魂融合技，而且卡尔玛的装备还是很不错的。
对，就右边这个可能团战打一波，直接把左边全部融化了。
但一旦这个大树跟女枪打出上线配合，也是不好说的。女枪现在也2件套了，无尽捏在手里。
All right, so Cloud Drake pretty fucking good for like Aatrox, Akali, Callista, right? Good for Renata too. The Aatrox or Cloud Soul pretty terrifying, so the stacking can go potentially very well here. But I think top, their low range composition still worries me because the amount of like face tanking their like 5 melee comp basically has to do into Maokai and MF ult is concerning. It is concerning.
剑姬跟这个剑魔有点带不动了，他直接选择了让剑姬去上面，然后让卡尔玛去吃剑魔推过来的线。
小龙刷了 Milky Way 想帮兄弟找回场子，这龙豆直接不要了。金牌龙说放就放，直接捅上来。小奶油有损5，加上 R。
Thoughts on crit MF? I would definitely rather have lethality MF against this composition. Like, who the fuck is going to build tank? I guess Vi does, but who cares about Vi?
保着小老虎再吃一座防御塔。
Right?
先让剑姬的装备再跟上一点。别怎么说，在眼上
有点落单了，扫直接被锁了，交闪现交资料往后拉开了，小蝶
Whoops.
带进来也交闪现。
Tian?
大树这个大过来，但是女枪又没大了，剑魔漏在后面帮忙挡，有一个 TP 来自小老虎。
Nice dodge on the Renata ult.
直接捅进去，来福也爆进去，剑魔先被融化，看看还能不能再。
All right, huge.
把 TF 全都摁出来，有一个救赎，而且隔墙这边副闪电刺又中了。Care 刚才也有一个 Q 技能留住对面。
Whoops. Bela gets procced on Jackie Love
追击，但这个时候 Jackie Love 已经跳到了。
because he kills Fiora.
打出了一波1换2，然后大龙还打不了。
Pretty big overcommit, though, just to take a tier 1 in mid lane.
他们配合一波呀，
主要这波又是
好想看他们配合一波。
You lose
弹幕是
the global red buff and tier 2 in mid.
知道小天一直在侧面续 Q， 然后他故意放一个大勾引你来锁我，我再交闪把你带回去。
这波大招清线其实是合理的。
他有闪现嘛，他就做好了那种，你如果敢锁我，我就交闪回到2塔，你保底你要交一个闪才能走。
对，这也是我们前面说这把选位开团当然是比较简单，但是开完自己怎么样能够回来是要考虑的。
Thank you, Wea, for your Twitch Prime sub. I appreciate it.
这个剑魔是帮兄弟们挡的，
Really good dodge on the Renata ult.
特别的好。
而
Fiora forces the cleanse off.
他没有大招的情况下，就在团战里面靠平 A 输出也是相当可以的。
I mean, Fiora did do stuff in that fight, technically, guys. And it doesn't matter if the Fiora dies, really.
他把剑姬给击杀之后，触发了这个复活的效果。还是军事，经济上面还是军事，就还是看打团发挥了。这种比赛确实。
Will we? Yeah. That's funny.
打团里面就尤其得看滔博这边怎么样开到好团了。
但我是觉得滔博这个阵容打下去手比较短，
是，
就这两个阵容比起来的话，FunPlus打到中后期一个拉扯的能力要更强一点，毕竟有卡尔玛这样的英雄存在，而滔博还是要开就得一波进去。毕
里面把团开一下，因为如果这个双招撞好了，又会陷入上一步一样的。
Time for Xiaolahu to get ganked again.
容易脱节。
Here comes Vi.
抓波小老虎吧，反正现在没什么事情干，先抓一波小老虎。Q2也拍起来了，亵渎九头蛇主动效果，往回走扭 Q3，但是魏又来了。
Does Vi even have to use ult? Misses Q.
那这样应该要被锁了。
Uses ult just to prevent vitals from being procced. All right.
这个大龙有那么好
Do you give up Baron, though, for this?
你顶着恶意收购东大龙，
Nope.
拍一拍，
对啊，你不是搞自己吗？一会儿一个恶意收购来了，
只能拍一拍。
还是这把小天抓住了对面刷出来的一个破绽。
Isn't that a song? Yes, Here Comes Vi is a song.
小老虎带线一直想要跟这个369弄一弄，其实
有卡莉斯塔他就不怕。
这把小老虎被突破了，下路2塔也没了，有杀人，
而且敏锐的抓住了这个机会，在中期频繁的找了小老虎。
这杰克也太能补了，这27分钟300。 借攻也快出来了，杰克这边回去借攻3件套的卡莉斯塔。
Oh, this game's not been very exciting, guys. The last game was such a smooth
要龙魂团了。
win from FPX.
如果那个位置被大树占住，滔博可以去换大龙。就这个位置是对滔博来说比较难受的，毕竟大树先把那个位置占住，你一往下面挤，被大树开个大就难受了。
而且他没有卡莉斯塔，
真可以换大龙，这吃了。 偷偷摸摸的过来看看，你是不是一个人在打？我下来把他整掉。
Okay, here we go. Cloud Soul possibility.
要接盘吗？也有点忌惮大树的位置。要接盘，要接盘。这一波在上半区把人勾走。
Cloud Soul's so huge on Aatrox. They cannot give this up. They give it up.
龙直接被小天给抢
Okay.
而且大树大只拿到小天一个人，侧面剑魔过来了 ，BQV 好像有点要被留了，选择往下走跟队友做汇合。而滔博这边也知道剑姬在上面带，那既然这样，先回去回手剑姬。
交替直接去做一个防守，上路2塔被拆掉，剑姬应该是能走吗？所有人都包过来了，FunPlus 现在可能也要去做回追，
这咋走啊？这咋走？
They're going after him again.
走了呀 ，Q 回去，阿卡丽来了 ，W 先交了，只能1打2，交一个闪现，这个闪现闪完之后往下 Q。
The great chase begins. You do not escape from that. They're just pushing mid. Wait. Okay, so they go for Xiaolahu in the top side. And FPX is pushing mid. They're at Baron. They're starting Baron. They cannot do Baron quickly. Why are they doing Baron? There's 4 of them in the base.
可能想要去留人了。
卡尔玛快死了，开了一个中亚，阿卡丽也有一个中亚，加这个时候怎么办？赵信血护卫一直在推加，滔博这边好像要被一
What?
正面龙打完了，快速回。
They just lose the game?
女将还在，女将还在。
What the fuck?
结束了，
What?
永恒历史结局。
What?
卡丽觉得这个
What a meme game. Xiaolahu actually just inted his way. He mind controlled them with inting into winning this game.
推高地，但滔博其实可以吃大龙，我觉得这个回
Oh, by the way,
把大龙吃了，让
Life here with the massive plays. Look at him go. He literally comes up here and he stops a recall. He cancels a recall from Aatrox.
卡尔玛快死了，
And then he just wanders around,
加这个时候
stopping all of the recalls. So it's only Cream in the base. What a baller call from FPX. What a baller call. That is amazing. That's honestly such an amazing call. Because look, Xiaolahu is useless this entire game. Still takes 2 people to kill him. They gave up Cloud Soul. They literally go for the Hail Mary play here. They go for the Hail Mary play.
闪完之后往下 Q，
They know they're not going to win this game.
选择了交闪现骗自己。
And so they literally start pushing with 3 people, send the Maokai back, right? There's 2 recalls coming in. Cream gets his off first. The Baron is super slow, so the Maokai has to go in, gets the recall cancel on the Aatrox, just starts CCing them to be annoying. Cream uses Zhonya's under turret, and they actually just end the game because even though the Baron goes down, it's just slightly too late. Damn. That was Galaxy Brain. The Fiora pick was simply as bait, guys. The Fiora was supposed to go 0-7 to bait them into Baron and then losing the game. You know what that is? That's a macro blast right there. How often do you see that? How often do you see that? A team that's 4v5 just winning the game after a pick.